Good evening. Welcome. My name is Peter Wallace, and this is the Shalom Piece. We're going to do some more kosher cooking, and tonight, I've been wanting to do this for a little while now. I've been planning it and just sitting on it, didn't do it. But I'm going to do Frenched chicken drumsticks. So they're French. You know how when you get a piece of lamb or a rack of lamb, and then they French the legs so that they're clean all the way down to the meat, and they can make lollipops out of it. So yeah, this will basically be a drumstick lollipop, chicken lollipops, French style, of course. And the first thing we're going to do is make some preparation for the finishing of these lollipop drumsticks. So we're going to use the magic of modern cinema to do something real. Watch this. Just fade to black. And bam! You're at my cutting board. Isn't that magic right there? Wait, you want to get it squared? Okay, hold on. All right. And you guys know it's me doing it. It's not like, some stuntman jumped in here real quick. All right, anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a tapenade. But my tapenade is a little different. It's going to have some cheese in it. So they're going to use a little Asiago. I'm going to use a little Asiago. Hey, because why? Because I like a cheesy tapenade. It's going to be a dry tapenade that is going to go as kind of a dip for this these drumsticks. Okay. So we're going to get some of this ready, and then we're going to mince up some Italian parsley, some little bit of kalamata, because it wouldn't really be a tapenade without some olive in it. And I'm just going to use, instead of chopping up fresh garlic, I'm going to use a little garlic powder, because this is going to be, I want this to stick to the chicken, and I don't want you biting into uncooked garlic granules. I know some people love that, but I think it'd just be better if we had the effect of garlic in the tapenade, and a little salt. Okay, and we'll bring that back to you. And you guys already know how I chop, that I'm chopping parsley. We get our knife, remember holding our knife at the head, move it around. Ooh, I didn't make enough space here, did I? Sorry. Sometimes you gotta move, you gotta keep going, And this is gonna end up just like most of my other videos. So I don't need to spend my time doing it. All right, here we go with the tapenade. So you see that I've minced Italian parsley. I have the shredded Asiago. And we're just gonna blend these up together. And because I have gloves on, I can easily do that. And I can make a mess if I want. Because it's my show. I'm just kidding. Here we go. So we got that going, and this is going to be a tapenade. Oh, what I want to do is get these calamatas involved, right? So we grab a knife. We grab these suckers, right? We're going to be dipping the lollipop chickens in this tapenade here, basically. Okay, so did you guys see that? I was using an unethical knife maneuver. I had my hands to the side here. Yeah, you gotta have your knuckle here. Remember that, guys? I said, take the knife away from anybody who's cutting like I was cutting a second ago. Anyway, we're gonna do, this is an authentic tapenade. It just doesn't have that much olive in it. Now, we mix that up. This is gonna be basically a covering or a finish for the lollipop. The lollipop kids, or whatever. So here's the granulated garlic. Remember, I don't want to use fresh garlic because it's not cooked. I don't want you to have to deal with that bitter. Some salt in there. We're gonna do some pepper. And this will be our finish for that lollipop chicken. Should look like that. Where's the camera? Chef?
Yes.
Gloves. The glove.
Gloves, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my best friend, Executive Chef Christian Anderson. Sonoma, California, Sonoma County. And he has offered very rare instruction on kosher cleaning of what we're going to call tonight, I said earlier, was lollipop drumstick. This is a chicken, and I'm going to shut up because I don't know what I'm talking about. This guy does. So, Chef,
So,
say hi to everybody.
hello, everybody. Thank you for introducing me. That was great. I'm a little embarrassed, and I'm gonna cut right to the point. But again, thank you. You know, and if I can say one word about Peter, I have known this man for
11? 2011? 10? 2010, I think?
so I don't know how many years that is.
10 years.
I've seen him through his trials and tribulations, through his teaching himself about the Torah and about his beliefs, staying kosher, and
Learning kosher.
watching him learn kosher, and through several different phases of that doing so. So again, I digress, but I'm here with you today. I myself have worked with several chefs who are kosher. And so today, what Peter wanted me to do was just show how to make a true drumstick.
Frenched yet kosher drumsticks. Very rare opportunity. Let's pay attention.
So we've gone through the chicken, and one of the things that I do know about kosher is that when you break a chicken, and we'll do something like that ahead of time, and I'll show you the correct way to break a chicken where it is kosher.
In another series?
In another series.
Very good.
But a lot of times when you go to your market, you'll find that the bone itself is somewhat severed compared to...
Chef rejected some of the batch here, is what we're getting at. He rejected some as not kosher and accepted some that were not scored by the saw. Right?
So again, it's that you have a clear knuckle.
Okay.
That you have a clear knuckle. And that's important because the blood of the animal is not being exposed.
Yeah.
The blood in the animal, and that's so a lot of people when they see any kind of red in a chicken bone, then they reject it.
Of course.
Because they think it's undercooked, even though it may not be. They see it because of the pigment of the skin. So this is why, and this is the difference, is when it's sawed like this, it bleeds pigment into the bone, and that is not kosher.
Into the meat, yeah. Okay, so you selected the correct cuts?
Yes. So inevitably, you never want something that's sawed off the bone. You want a clean cut, almost pulled or cracked.
Yeah.
That separates the cartilage. You never want broken bones. Broken bones bleed into the flesh.
Yes. There's a lot of other things that are actually in the scriptures about that too.
Yes, exactly. So you never want a broken bone. You never want any kind of cartilage like that. You never want... You want the meat itself to be clean.
Okay.
So that means no broken bones. Just very, very clean. So inevitably, here we go. This is a good example. This is a good example where you can see the clean knuckle break. And that's fine. And then you look on the other side, and there's another knuckle here. Okay. If you see if there's any kind of blood going in and around
from the
that
bone.
meat, that's what you want. look out for.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yep, that's your side. I folded that for you.
of course, with a sharp knife, one of the best ways to do this
So there's a tendon you're going through there, and through all the skin. Nice round cut.
you gotta get through everything.
You've gone through there about 3 times. You've done.
Yeah, well, you want to
Circle.
really get it down to the bone.
Okay, so it just comes right off.
And so going around a couple of times, yes, it separates the tendon and everything else.
Yeah.
But then you're able. And again, this is, you know, you need to have a very sharp knife to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be very careful. And you need to also be very delicate. This is not something that you rush. It's not something, so you scrape and you scrape.
And now we're removing the knuckle.
Removing the cartilage.
Cartilage of the knuckle.
Removing the cartilage of the knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it pulls off.
I'm going to bring the camera up, okay?
Okay, so now you have the complete knuckle exposed. And this is what you would call a French.
Okay.
Okay, so. Now, even though there's a little bit of meat left on that, but did you see the big piece of cartilage? Okay, this is what you do not want.
It's waste.
Now, what you really want, right now, you could do this in several different manners. Right now that this is Frenched, and this would what you would call Frenched.
Right.
There's 2 different ways to do this. Now, you want to have drumsticks tonight, right?
I would like that, yes, eventually.
Okay. But do you want drumsticks like this? Or
We're looking for a lollipop?
a lollipop?
So bunched up at the bottom?
So here's the lollipop.
Ooh, you
Cut
scored
down
it.
the bone.
Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, you invert it. Really sweet. Did you guys see that? So he pulled like an umbrella the casing, like a sheath. The bone almost comes out, but of course it's still connected to the bone.
So
That was an incredible move right there.
now
We're talking lollipop cake.
you have a lollipop.
Right this way, Chef. There you go.
If you want it to be nice, then treat it nicely.
Okay.
And
So just show me this last one, and then I'll finish the batch.
okay,
And-
so what you want to do is see how you have one tender of meat here,
Yeah.
and then you have kind of mixture over here,
On the leg,
and
there's 2
right here,
muscle
right
groups.
here in the center,
Yes.
separates.
Okay.
Okay,
I see that. Yeah.
so you go right down through that point.
Yeah, the leg has like 2 muscle groups.
It's-
Is what he's doing right now. He's separating both of the calves, and so he's already separated the top, so you can pull them down like an umbrella, but reverse that umbrella out.
All right, and you want to keep the fat because the fat is
Flavor.
I mean, come on. Everybody likes fat. And really, it's just,
At this point, we haven't even seasoned a thing. We
No.
can go any direction we want.
yeah. And any little bone like that, yeah,
No.
we don't want that.
That little sharp little bone that shows up in all the legs. Get rid of that one.
But just kind of massage it down,
Mhm.
and but without, and then twist it like a lollipop.
Okay. It's a nice
and then you have a perfect thing. Now what Peter's gonna do is he's gonna wrap the tops in
Yeah, chef.
tinfoil.
Yeah, it's not the traditional French bonnet.
which is totally fine. Which is totally fine because it'll stop this from getting charcoaled and looking ugly.
Okay, chef had me start this. And I had to finish it. This is my training for today. Okay, folks, here we are. We're finished product. These are the lollipop, well, they're kosher lollipop drumsticks, which is what? Impossible. And we're doing it here, live at the Shalom Piece. So I'm gonna garnish, like I said. Now I did change out because I didn't go with the tapenade as the final dip. I'm just gonna go with the Asiago because I used the tapenade as the actual marinade, if you want to call it that. But I don't really say so. I just seasoned it with the tapenade because I couldn't see baking it with just a basic, with something as intricate and special as this. I really just couldn't see not seasoning it well during baking. I baked it at 375 for, I don't know, I think it was close to 35 minutes. Because when they're lollipop like this, they really cook a lot faster. Anyway, here's your finished product.